students, today we are going to start a very important and interesting topic which is linear inequality. Before starting this topic, let us understand why this topic is required. Why do we not need this topic? Okay, students, many times you have seen or you have come across that using equal sign only is not sufficient to express the given condition or given mathematical situation. For example, if I say that I need maximum 3 persons for my project, I need maximum 3 persons for some project. If I simply write down x equal to 3, then it will become wrong, because x equal to 3 means that number of persons is exactly 3, and which is entirely different from the situation given in the question. In the question, what is the situation? That maximum 3 persons. So maximum 3 persons means that the number of persons are maximum 3 but can be less than 3 also. According to this situation, number of persons can be 3 also, number of persons can be 2, 1 or 0. According to this situation, number of persons for some project may be 3, maybe 2, maybe 1 or maybe 0, because it is clearly written that maximum 3 persons. So maximum 3 means either 3 or less than 3. So x equal to 3 cannot explain all these values. This is equation. So this equation is not suitable to express this condition given in the question. Then what should we do? Actually, in this situation, I will have to write this condition in this format: x is less than or equal to 3. What is the meaning of this? It means that the value of x is either equal to 3 or less than 3. Less than 3 means it may be 2 also, it may be 1 also, it may be 0 also. So all these values are well explained by this situation and not explained by this situation. So this is called an inequality. Now students, these types of situations leads us and motivate us to understand the topic of linear inequality. Now we will come to the definition part of this topic. Definition: if two real numbers or two algebraic expressions are related by the symbol less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, then we get an inequality. Let us see examples. If I write 2 is less than or equal to 5, then this type of inequality is called a numerical inequality. And if I write down x is less than 3, then this type of inequality is called literal inequality. What is the difference between them? If on both sides we are having two real numbers, then we will call it numerical inequality. If there is at least one variable or unknown present in the inequality, then we will call it literal inequality. Now I will tell you some points which you have to remember. Point number 1, if you are using less than sign or greater than sign, then the inequality is known as strict inequality. Strict inequality. And if you are using this sign or this sign, then we say that it is slack inequality. Is that clear? If you are using less than sign or greater than, then you will say it is strict inequality. If you are using this sign or this sign, then you will say that it is slack inequality. After that, point number 3, how do we read this? It means that less than or equal to. And similarly, what is the meaning of this symbol? Greater than greater than or equal to. Now if in the inequality only one variable is present, we say that it is inequality in one variable. If two variables are present there, then we will say that it is inequality in two variables. But in our syllabus we shall be focused on only on the linear inequalities. And what is the meaning of linear inequality? Let me tell you. It is of the form ax is less than b, ax less than equal to b, ax greater than b, ax greater than equal to b. In all these, a is not equal to 0. So all these are the general form of linear inequality in one variable. Why do we say one variable? Because only one variable x is present there. Alright, and why do we say linear? Because the power of x is 1. Now the next thing is linear inequality in two variables. Ax plus by is less than c, ax plus by is less than equal to c, ax plus by greater than c, ax plus by greater than equal to c, and in all these a is not equal to 0 and b is not equal to 0. So all these are the standard forms of linear inequalities in two variables. Which are the two variables in them? X and y are two variables. And why do we say linear? Because the powers of x and y are 1. Now solution. What is the meaning of solution? Solution means value or values of variable or variables for which the given inequality is true. Let us understand this with the help of example. Suppose I say x is less than equal to 4, where x is number of persons. So here I am saying that the value of x is less than equal to 4. So what are the possible solutions for this? Possible solutions are, all solutions are x equal to 4, x equal to 3, x equal to 2, x equal to 1 and x equal to 0. All these are the solutions for this inequality. And can you tell me why x is equal to 5 is not a solution? Why x is equal to 5 is not solution of this? Because condition is that x is less than or equal to 4. So value of x can either be equal to 4 or less than 4 and cannot be 4, cannot be more than 4. So this value which I have written here is not a solution because it is becoming more than 4. So it is not a solution for this inequality. Now second question, x equal to 2.3, is it a solution for this? Guess. Yes, it is not a solution. Why it is not a solution? It is not a solution because in this question x is the number of persons and number of persons will not be in fraction. So x equal to 2.3 is also not a solution for this. X equal to minus 5, is it a solution? Obviously it is also not a solution because the number of persons cannot be negative. So these are the solutions for this condition or inequality, and these are not the solutions for this inequality. So I hope that you have understood the meaning of solution. Now our next topic is rules. We will see some very important rules regarding the topic of inequality. There are three rules. Rule number 1 is, if we add or subtract same quantity on both sides of an inequality, then the sign of inequality is not affected. Rule number 2, which is similar to rule number 1, if we multiply or divide both sides of linear inequality by same positive number, mind it, same positive number, by same positive number, then the sign of inequality is not affected. Rule number 3, if we multiply or divide both sides of an inequality by same negative number, then the sign of inequality is reversed. Is that clear? Let us see examples for this. If I give you x is less than equal to 5 and I say that add 2 on both sides, then x plus 2 is less than equal to 5 plus 2. So you see that sign of inequality is not affected here. If I say that subtract 2 from each side, then x minus 2 less than equal to 5 minus 2, you see that sign is not affected. If I say multiply both sides by 10, then 10x is less than equal to 50, sign is not affected. But see the last example carefully. If I say that multiply both sides by minus 5, so minus 5 into x greater than equal to 5 into minus 5. So I multiplied both sides by same negative number, and according to third rule, the sign of inequality is reversed. Now students, we will understand the graphical representation of linear inequalities. We will understand this topic in three parts. First of all, we will take for one variable, linear inequalities in one variable, linear inequalities in two variables, and after that we will take system of linear inequalities. So first of all, I am starting linear inequalities in one variable. To understand this, we are considering one example. Suppose I give you x greater than equal to 3. So here what is variable? X is variable, and this is definitely having one variable. So how we will draw graphical representation of this inequality? First of all, you see that 3 is given in it. 3 is a real number, so you have to take 3 on the number line. We have drawn number line, and on this number line 3 is present here. So on 3, at 3 you have to draw a filled circle. You will draw a filled circle. There is also a rule regarding that when you have to draw filled circle and when you have to draw blank circle. By chance in the inequality equal sign is not given there. In that case you will draw the circle blank. But if the equal sign is given, then you will draw the circle filled. Why we do so? I will explain it. After that, it is given that x greater than equal to 3. So according to this, what is the meaning? That value of x is either 3 and or value of x is more than 3. So when I say more than 3, it means you have to move in the right side direction on the number line. And when I say less than, then you have to move in the left side direction. Simple rule, when we say less than, move towards left, and when we say more than, then move towards right. So here x is greater than equal to 3, it means x is either 3 or x is more than 3. So that's why you will move towards right side direction. And you will highlight this segment of the number line. So you see that I have drawn a number line, but I have highlighted only some part of it. I highlighted from here till here only. The highlighted portion of the number line represents that each and every point of this line of this segment is a solution of this inequality. Any point which you observe on the highlighted portion is a solution for this inequality. So this is the graphical representation for this linear inequality. Now let us do some variations in it. Suppose I remove the equal sign from it, then what you will do? You will make the circle blank. Now what is the meaning of the blank circle? Actually when I say x greater than 3, it means that the value of x is strictly more than 3. It cannot be equal to 3. And that's why at 3 we are making the circle blank. Blank circle is an indicator that you cannot include 3. You have to exclude 3 every time. So all the values which are more than 3 are solution for this inequality now, but 3 is not a solution because equal sign is not there. So this circle is blank. And again, if equal sign is here, then you will make the circle filled. Now let us do one more change. If I change the direction of inequality, if I take this x less than equal to 3, so what you will do? Now you will not shade in the right side direction. Now you will shade in the left side direction. You will shade here. So again, each and every point of the highlighted segment of the number line is the solution for this inequality now. And if you remove the equal sign from here, then make the circle blank. If equal sign is given, make the circle filled. So I hope that you have understood the graphical representation of linear inequality for one variable. Now we will take linear inequalities for two variables. For this, we will consider one example. 2x plus 3y is less than 6. In this inequality, x and y are variables. So it is having two variables. Now we will represent graphically this inequality. And to represent it graphically, we will have to use a Cartesian plane. Cartesian plane means a plane on which you will draw two axes, x-axis and y-axis, which are perpendicular to each other. Now let us see the procedure. First of all, from here you consider an equation 2x plus 3y is equal to 6. You have to make an equation here by changing the inequality sign into equal sign. Whatever sign is given here, don't worry, but you have to take here equal sign only. When you will consider, you will have to make an equation with the help of given inequality. And whatever sign is given in the inequality, you ignore that, you just take equal sign only. Then make a table. Suppose I put 0 here, then this portion will be finished and value of y will come 2. So by taking x equal to 0, I am getting y equal to 2. Similarly, if I put this part 0, if I put y equal to 0, then x will come 3. So in this table, I have obtained 2 points. One point is 0, 2 and second point is 3, 0. You can find out any number of points, it's your choice, but at least 2 points are required to draw any straight line. So 2 points are sufficient. After that, we will draw Cartesian plane and we will mark these points on the Cartesian plane and we will draw the straight line. Let us see. Okay. Now, this dotted line is having the equation 2x plus 3y equal to 6. This line is breaking the Cartesian plane, whole Cartesian plane in two parts. This part and this part. We call it upper half and this part is known as lower half. Actually, the given inequality will have its solution either in the upper half or in the lower half, not in the both. So question is that which half, means upper half or lower half, is the solution for the given inequality. To decide that, we use a very simple trick. We use a testing point method. What is the testing point method? From the whole Cartesian plane, you take any point, you consider any point as a testing point. But one precaution is required. When you are taking the testing point, then that testing point must not be present on this number line. So any point which is not on this line can be considered as a testing point. And in my calculations, I generally use this point as testing point. Why? Because by taking 0, 0, calculations becomes easiest. So I am selecting origin means 0, 0 as a testing point. Now what will I do with the testing point? You simply put 0, 0 into this inequality. You can do this work orally in your mind. If you put 0 here and 0 here, then what will come? 0 less than 6. And all of us know that 0 is smaller, 6 is larger. So 0 less than 6, it's a true statement. So 0 less than 6 is true. It means this testing point 0, 0, when put into this inequality, giving us a true statement. It means 0, 0 is a solution for this inequality. Now, what you will do, you will select upper half or lower half. You will select that portion or that part in which the testing point is present. So our testing point is present in the lower half region, lower half portion. So it means lower half part of the Cartesian plane is the solution region, region is the solution region for the given inequality. And in this portion, what you will do? You will do shade. So this shaded portion is the solution region. Solution region for the given inequality. What is the meaning of solution region? Solution region means a region whose every point will satisfy the given inequality. If you take any point outside the solution region and if you put that point into the inequality, then the inequality will not be satisfied. Only if you are taking point from the solution region, only that point will satisfy the given inequality. So this is the graphical representation for this inequality. Now, some students might have noted that I have drawn the line dotted. So what is the reason behind that? Why did I draw the line dotted? Because here equal sign was not given. If in the question equal sign is given to us, in that case we will draw the line solid. Solid means proper line, proper straight line. But if equal sign is not given, as you can see here, if equal sign is not given, in that case you will have to draw the line in dotted form. So what is the difference between dotted line and solid line here? Now, if the line is dotted, it means any point of the line is not a solution for the inequality. If the line is solid, it means each and every point of the line is also a solution of the given inequality. So this is the difference that this is the difference between dotted line and solid line. I hope you have understood. So this was the graphical representation for the linear inequality in two variables. Now students, you will see the graphical representation for system of inequalities. What is the meaning of system of inequalities? System of inequalities means when two or more inequalities are given to us simultaneously. So we will understand this topic with the help of example. In this example, I have taken two inequalities, 2x plus y greater than or equal to 6 and 3x plus 4y less than 12. So I am having two inequalities simultaneously and I will represent these two inequalities on the same Cartesian plane simultaneously. Now see. First of all, you consider 2x plus y is equal to 6. As I told you in previous example, whatever sign is given to you here, you don't bother that, you ignore that and take only equal sign. Now draw a table. In the table, you have to find out at least two coordinates. Suppose I take 0 in place of x, then y will be 6, and if I take 0 in place of y, then x will become 3. Similarly, you consider second equation, 3x plus 4y is equal to 12. And in the same way, get 2 points for this also. If you put 0 here, then y will be 3. If you put 0 here, then x will be 4. Now we will plot these points on the Cartesian plane. Now students, I have plotted the graph with the help of these points. 0, 6 here, 3, 0 is here, 0, 3 is here, 0, 3 is here, and 4, 0 point is here. You see equal sign is given in this inequality. So while drawing the line of this, I used solid line. And equal sign is not given in this. That's why its line will be drawn in the form of dotteds. After that, we will use testing point method. Suppose I am taking 0, 0 as the testing point, and if I put 0, 0 in the first inequality, if I put 0 here and 0 here, then what will happen? 0 greater than equal to 6 will come, and 0 is neither equal to 6 and nor equal to 0 is neither equal to 6 and nor greater than 6. If I split in this in two parts, 0 greater than 6 and 0 equal to 6, it is also false, it is also false. So it means 0 greater than equal to 6, it is a false statement. So what I will do, which line is first line? This is first line, and when I am putting the testing point into the first line is becoming false. It means what I will do, I will select the upper half of this line. I cannot select the lower half. Why? Because 0, 0 is present in the lower half of this line, and 0, 0 is not satisfying the inequality. So it means lower half cannot be selected. Alright, see, listen it once again. I selected 0, 0 as a testing point, and when I put 0, 0 into the first inequality, I got false result. It means 0, 0 does not satisfy first inequality. So the area in which 0, 0 is present cannot be the solution of the inequality. So what will I have to do? I will have to select the opposite area of 0, 0. 0, 0 is present in this side, so I will select that side for the solution reason. Why so? Because 0, 0 is making the first inequality false. By chance, if 0, 0 makes the first inequality true, in that you will select the lower half portion. So now 0, 0 made it false, so I will have to select this area. So in this area, I am doing shade, light shade, not a very dark shade, we will do a light shade. Now repeat the same thing with second inequality, put the testing point 0, 0 into it. So 0 less than 12 and 0 less than 12, it's a true thing. It's a true thing. It means the testing point 0, 0 is making the second inequality true. So you will select that area for the second inequality in which 0, 0 is itself present, and 0, 0 is present in the lower half of the second inequality. So lower half will be the solution region for the second inequality. It means we will do the shade in this portion. Now you see, this is the shade regarding the first line, and this is the shade for second line, and this portion is the common portion. In this portion we are getting shade both the times. When I did the shade for first line and when I did the shade for second line, every time I did the shade in this area. So it is common area, and common area will be shaded little bit darker. So in this portion you will do the dark shade, and this will be the solution region. Solution region. It is the solution region for the given system of inequalities. So when we have a system of inequalities, what we have to do? Actually we have to do the shades for individual inequalities, and from their shades we extract the common shade, and common shade which you have extracted becomes the solution region of the system of inequalities. So by this we come to the end of this chapter, which is linear inequalities. I hope that you have understood it well.